Picture this, it's 3 a.m. You're wide awake, staring at your phone, and a sudden, gnawing question hits you. Did that automatic Acorns investment go through? Did I mess something up? Is my money just floating in the digital ether? Panic starts to set in. You need answers, now. But who do you call? Is anyone even there? Does Acorns, this app that's supposed to be simplifying your financial life, actually care when you need help, even in the dead of night? We've all been there, that moment of financial anxiety when the clock is ticking and traditional support lines are sound asleep. We're living in a 24/7 world where instant access is the norm, and waiting until business hours feels like a relic of the past. So, the burning question, is Acorns support truly 24/7, or are you left to fend for yourself in the wee hours? Before we dive into that, let's take a step back and understand why this matters. Acorns, at its core, is designed to be accessible. It's built for those who are new to investing, those who want to automate their savings, and those who desire simplicity. It's the app that promises to turn your spare change into a growing portfolio. But with that accessibility comes a responsibility. When you're dealing with someone's hard-earned money, you can't just switch off the lights and pretend everything's fine until morning. Financial anxiety doesn't keep bankers hours. It doesn't care if it's a holiday or a weekend. It hits when it hits. And let's be honest, the digital age has spoiled us. We're used to instant answers, instant gratification. We can order food at 2 a.m., stream movies at 4 a.m., and connect with people across the globe at any hour. So, why should our financial support be any different? Acorns has built a reputation on being user-friendly, on being the easy button for investing. They've tapped into a generation that values convenience and accessibility. But that promise rings hollow if their support system isn't equally accessible. Now, let's get down to brass tacks. Does Acorns offer 24/7 support? The answer, unfortunately, is a bit nuanced. It's not a simple yes or no. Acorns does offer a robust help center and a variety of support channels. They have an extensive library of articles and FAQs that can answer many common questions. They also provide email support and, during specific hours, phone support. However, they do not offer 24/7 phone support. This is a critical distinction. If you need immediate, real-time assistance, especially outside of their designated business hours, you might find yourself waiting. This leads to a larger conversation about expectations. In a world where always on is the norm, it's easy to assume that all services, including financial ones, operate on the same principle. But the reality is, not all companies have the resources or the infrastructure to provide 24/7 human support. Acorns, like many other fintech companies, relies heavily on digital resources and self-service options. Their help center is designed to be comprehensive, and in many cases, it can resolve your issues quickly. But when you need to talk to a real person, when you need that human touch, the limitations become apparent. This isn't necessarily a criticism of Acorns. Many companies struggle with the logistical and financial challenges of providing 24/7 support. It's expensive, it requires a large team, and it's a significant commitment. However, it does highlight a potential gap in their service. For users who value immediate, around-the-clock assistance, this could be a deal-breaker. So, what are your options if you find yourself needing help outside of Acorns' support hours? First, utilize their help center. Search for your specific issue, and you might find a solution. Acorns has invested heavily in creating a user-friendly and informative resource. Second, consider reaching out to their email support. While you won't get an immediate response, you can document your issue and receive a reply when their support team is available. Third, if your issue is urgent and can't wait, you might need to explore alternative solutions. This could involve consulting with a financial advisor or seeking assistance from other financial resources. It's also worth noting that Acorns is constantly evolving. They're adding new features, improving their app, and expanding their services. It's possible that their support options will change in the future. In the meantime, it's essential to be aware of the limitations. Don't assume that you'll have access to 24/7 phone support. Understand their support hours and plan accordingly. This raises another important point: financial literacy. Understanding the basics of investing, knowing how your Acorns account works, and being able to troubleshoot common issues can significantly reduce your reliance on support. Acorns is designed to simplify investing, but it's not a magic bullet. You still need to be an informed user. Take the time to learn about the platform, understand the risks, and familiarize yourself with the features. Ultimately, the question of whether Acorns support is 24/7 is less about a simple yes or no and more about understanding your own needs and expectations. If you value around-the-clock, human support, Acorns might not be the perfect fit. But if you're comfortable with digital resources and self-service options, their support system might be sufficient. The key takeaway is to be informed. Do your research, understand the limitations, and make an informed decision. In a world where financial accessibility is becoming increasingly important, the question of support is paramount. It's not just about providing answers, it's about building trust. It's about reassuring users that their money is in good hands, even when the clock strikes 3 a.m. Acorns has made significant strides in simplifying investing, but the journey to providing comprehensive support is an ongoing one. The company must continue to adapt and evolve to meet the ever-changing needs of its users. And for us, the users, we need to be realistic about our expectations. We need to understand the limitations of digital platforms and be proactive in seeking out information and solutions. The financial landscape is changing rapidly. Fintech companies like Acorns are democratizing access to investing, but they also have a responsibility to provide robust and reliable support. So, the next time you find yourself staring at your phone at 3 a.m., wondering about your Acorns account, remember that you're not alone. There are resources available, even if they're not always available by phone. Take a deep breath, utilize the Help Center, send an email, and if necessary, seek out alternative solutions. The journey to financial security is a marathon, not a sprint. And in that marathon, having reliable support is essential. With that said, thanks for watching and until next time.